dream for the alt cypherpunks and the cypherpunk manifesto was money. That was the ultimate holy grail, because it had so many problems associated with it. It had the biggest one being the double spending problem. You have to make sure that money is not spent twice. And the way we've solved that in the past is to have a bank, to have a centralized institution say that this particular piece of bullion or fiat has already been spent. And entire companies grew out of that, like Visa and MasterCard and all the banks, obviously. And that was a very, very hard problem to solve. And Satoshi solved it and did so in a very clever way that enabled people with their own resources to prove that they were able to create this value, and do so in under a policy that was visible through source code, through C++. And seeing that was just like mind blowing. Like I was just, it was just incredible to bear witness to it. And it was a very, very tiny community. The people that cared about it deeply cared about it. And it became their life. And that circle continued to increase. Now, over time, you start looking at what Satoshi made, and who knows what Satoshi's political leanings were. I mean, you can probably infer, or what Satoshi's ideas around the world were. You can infer some other things. But Satoshi was very, very careful to not lean too heavily in any one particular direction, stayed very on point around code as policy. And as time went on, people came into the space and they brought their own ideals, like the Austrian economist and the libertarians, and this technology, this idea of code as policy, this transparent proof of work system, fitted those theories and fitted that mindset. And as you keep going forward, you look at like this hammer that you have in Bitcoin and all the nails around you, and maybe the issues with the Fed are one such nail, and maybe the military-industrial complex is another such nail. Maybe world peace is another such nail because of X, Y, and Z reasons. So I don't think Bitcoin causes world peace, but I do believe that the ideals behind it, this shared policy, this clear law that can be read by anyone and altered and brought to the market as an alternative for people to decide if they like or not, is really, really important to get to world peace. And I think those ideas and ideals built in and continuing to evolve within Bitcoin are really, really important. So it's not what got me to Bitcoin, but it's certainly what keeps me there.